What's up, people? What's up? Welcome to the channel, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Y'all know, this is your boy, Riley. You're in tune to Riley's world. Yes, I. Yes, I. Lots of things going on. Lots of things going on. What's going on? So, people. Well, y'all know, Arsenal has made their first signing. Their first signing. You know what I mean? It's been a while. We've been sitting here for how long? Waiting, praying for a signing. You know what I mean? We're the defending champions, you know. We are the defending champions. Sitting here, hoping and praying that our beloved team, our beloved Arsenal team, can give the fans some peace of mind, can give the fans the time of day, you know what I mean, to get some pleasure of having to see, oh, guess what? Arsenal have made some signings. You know what I'm saying? We've been wanting some signings. We sign a goalkeeper. I don't even know what's going on with this goalkeeper. I don't even know the guy name. Third string goalkeeper. They're probably not even going to see the field, period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so Arsenal has made their first signing, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with him. You know what I mean? What does he bring to the table? You know, and stuff like that. There's a lot going on as well in terms of the runs going on after the aftermath, after the England elimination, after England get knockout, put aside, you know what I mean, brush aside by Argentina. There's some aftermath going on. People, you know what I mean, some nonsense people. I hear say some credible people too. You're not trying to blame Arsenal players for what went down. Ridiculous. Saka, to be exact. Everybody seems to always try to use Saka as a scapegoat. Why? Everybody always want to use Bukayo Saka as a scapegoat. Right? It's everybody's dream. It's every single player's dream to play for them national team. Everybody know that. Every player's dream to play for the national team. You know what I mean? And if you make yourself available and you deem fit to put on the national colours, you're going to do it. This is a World Cup. This is not the Euros that come around every year or twice a year over half. This is the World Cup. We come around once every 4 years. Right? And you make yourself available. You're one of the best players in the squad. You make yourself available. Declan Rice is one of the best players in the squad. He make himself available. You understand me? And he was selected. These guys have been playing fantastic all season long. They are the Premier League champions. So quite so you're going to want to give some of that winning mentality. You know what I mean? Push some of that winning mentality into the team. You understand me? So Declan Rice, he went there. He's been carrying a niggle all season for Arsenal. But he managed to play through and we win the title. So it's back at Saka. Saka managed to play through and we win the title. They were selected to represent their country by the coach. Medical staff passed them. You know what I'm saying? And whatever the situation was, they think it was deemed good enough for them to make a significant difference in this World Cup squad. Right? Yeah. And to be criticized, you know what I mean? Like that, just because he probably is our anti-Arsenal fan. So because he's an anti-Arsenal fan, you think it's right to jump around and criticize this player. Probably not even ever kick a ball in your life. But you're jumping around and criticize professionals. You know what I mean? People who know how to do their job. I guess you're doing your job. Your job is to criticize and try make content and do all sort of stuff. You know what I mean? So I guess that's what you're doing. But the situation is this. They were selected. They were chosen. They went there. They gave their all. You know what I mean? Declan Rice. Everybody know Declan Rice. Declan Rice is a man who give him all, 100%, no matter what. You know what I mean? And they went there and they did their all. And for you to look at them and tell them, oh, they weren't good enough, you know what I mean? That's shame on you, man. That's shame on you. You know what I mean? But it's all right. It's all right. So people, Arsenal have made their first signing. The first signing has been done. Well, it's not actually technically the first signing because we signed a third string goalkeeper. You know, third string goalkeeper. I can't celebrate the signing of a third string goalkeeper. No disrespect to the signing, you know what I mean, because he's now an Arsenal man. And welcome to the Arsenal family. Yes, I'm saying. But we're talking about signings that gonna make an impact on the first team, right? Trossard has left the building. He issued a very nice farewell, you know what I mean? And at the end of the farewell, they say, hey, from Mr. Clutch. You know what I mean? So him know. You know, we all think these people not listening what we're saying, but they know. Right? So Trossard has left the building, and in him leaving the building, Arsenal has went ahead and they have triggered the signing of Christopher Solis. Right? Christopher Solis. Now, according to reports out there and according to what you're looking at on the internet and the short feeds and, you know what I mean, the clips that are doing the rounds and so forth, it's like you take old Trossard, which is the 32-year-old Trossard, and Seliga Besistas, and you take a younger version of him and put back in the Arsenal team. Because it's almost like we have a duplicate. You know what I mean? It's like a carbon copy of Leo. We put back in the team. You know what I mean? Is he gonna prove to be that in the Premier League, which is where we really need him to show that situation? That's the whole situation. This dude have some huge shoes to fill in. He must have some big little shoes to fill. You know what I mean? Because Trossard is a man of a big heart. You know what I mean? So he put some, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so he has some big little shoes to fill. And that's the reality of the story. You get me? It's coming from the Belgian Pro League, right? And we all know it's not the best of league. You get me? But guess what? Trossard was over there in the Belgian Pro League too. Get me? And even though Trossard numbers were not as staggering as is either. You understand what I'm saying? Trossard numbers were not as staggering as is. So they've been over there in the Belgian Pro League. You know what I mean? And people I do them thing. So yeah, I could say the outcome of the situation because remember, you know, we know say I'm not the best league in the world. We understand that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not the best league in the world. And we are gonna try if you know say yeah. I'm not the best league in the world. So guess what? The expectations that we have will probably have to go easy with the expectation that we have of this kid. You know what I mean? Arsenal are the Premier League champions and we're here defending our Premier League title. Something that we've never managed to do. We've never managed to defend the title at all. Period. You know what I'm saying? We never managed to do a back-to-back win. You get me? This Arsenal team a little bit different, you know. You understand what I'm saying? 22 years we don't win the title for. And we do the damn thing. We went ahead and we got it over the line. It never easy. It never easy. You know what I mean? But winners find a way. Winners find a way. And that's what Arsenal did this time around. We found a way to win the title. Now, if we consider ourselves as winners and we find a way to win the title, we have to find a way to retain it. You know what I'm saying? We have to find a way to retain it. Arteta is now a veteran coach in the business. Imagine that. The man just start coach the other day. Just start coach the other day already a veteran coach. Because guess what? him can be considered as one of the longest service managers in the Premier League. You know what I mean? You have a handful of them. Arteta been here for what, 7 years now? You know what I'm saying? So he's been here for a little bit. So he can be considered, you know what I mean? So he's now a veteran little coach in a young coaching career. Excuse me. In 5 year, 5 to 7 year, 6 to 7 year coaching career we have. Get me? And if you look at the league itself, you can realize that a lot of new faces in the league, the big six, they have no heap of big coach. You know what I mean? There may be some good coach, but there are some new coach. So out of the big six, one veteran coach you have in there, and that's Mikel Arteta. You know what I mean? Mikel Arteta and the veteran coach in the big six. Chelsea have a new coach. Liverpool have a new coach. Spurs have a new coach. You know what I mean? What? You know what I mean? Arsenal have a young coach. So it's been, you know what I mean, some changes. Get me? And because Arsenal are the Premier League champions, we, with that experience that we had of hunting the Premier League for so much years, you know what I mean? With Pep in the league, so much years we've been hunting this Premier League, and they keep on eluding us. So we finally get it. You know what I mean? We have that experience that we can look to. You understand what I'm saying? And we also have the experience of actually winning the league that we can look to. Big up, blah, blah, what's going on? How are you? So, yeah, it's going to be a fire Premier League with all of these young, hungry managers that, you know what I mean, come across and I do the damn thing. Because these managers are young and them hungry, them want the food. Them want the food. So Arsenal, sit back, relax, and slow to do them transfer business. Get me? I understand so we have specific players we want. We want to fill a certain gap and we want to make the team stronger. So we just going out there just buying players for buying players' sake and not it. We get that. You know what I mean? But surely we identify the players we want from early. And surely we must know say we have to do what we need to do to get by and do these transfer very, very fast. You know what I mean? Everybody do them transfer fast. Everybody do them transfer fast. Look at Real Madrid, look at Barcelona. You know what I mean? Look at this team. Manchester City, Manchester United. These people are making them thing happen. Manchester City manipulated the system so till they went ahead and they bought Henderson and overpaid for him just so they can mess up the market. I think they did that for spite, you know. Yeah, man, I think that was spitefully done. You get me? Yeah, man. Big up, Brian. Big up, Brian. How you feeling, Brian? I think that was spitefully done. You understand what I'm saying? Now the market is messy. Because if Anderson, I go for 130, 116, 117, you know what I mean? Based on one season. Then Morgan Rogers, them are going to want some money for Morgan Rogers. And that's the problem that we're having right now. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to want some money for Morgan Rogers. And them slap 130 mil on Morgan Rogers' head. Now watch the thing. Is he worth it? No, he's not. He's a very good player. But 130 mil? No, that's ridiculous. So we have these players that we want, which are some untouchables in these other teams. You know what I mean? So what we're doing is we're touching the untouchables. These are what we're doing. We're touching the untouchable. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on. So Arsenal are looking to prize away Newcastle captain. That's an untouchable. You know what I'm saying? That's an untouchable. These are the things that we're talking about. Untouchables. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why we're struggling right now. That's the reason why it's so hard for us right now to get the people that we want inside the door very fast. Look at this Julian Alvarez situation. Julian Alvarez, his dream, his desire is to go to Barcelona. Right? He's a fantastic player. and Arsenal want a fantastic player in them ranks. So what Arsenal do? Arsenal sit around in the background and we'll wait to see what going to be the outcome of this Julian Alvarez situation, because Atletico Madrid are adamant. Now guess what? We're not selling him to Real Madrid and we're not selling him to Barcelona. And if we don't have a choice and we have to sell him to you guys have to trigger the release clause, which is 300 and something million pound. You know what I'm saying? They have to trigger the release clause in order to get him out. No, are they going to do that? I doubt it. But that's the reason why Arsenal is here now, lingering around to say, okay, guess what? If Atletico Madrid is serious about not giving these people this player, and this player is going to be upset and want to leave, we're going to make sure that we put ourselves in a position to capitalize and take him, even though he's not the first choice of Arsenal. You understand what I'm saying? That is the thing. They won't give us Alvarez. I hate them. Bro, like he wants to leave. Just leave him. Yeah, he wants to leave and go to Barcelona for real. Right? But you have to understand the rivalry. It's a rivalry. And it's not smart business to strengthen your rival. Not just a rival, it's a direct rival. You know what I mean? So it's a direct rival situation that they're trying to strengthen. You know what I'm saying? Brian said no one is untouchable if you pay the money. That's the thing. He's untouchable to them unless they pay the release clause. And that's where they're at right now. They want, okay, guess what? We don't want to sell him to you. And if we don't have a choice, you got to pay the release clause. So if Barcelona want him, they have to trigger the release clause. My thing is this though. You know what I mean? Brian, blah, y'all bear with me. Understand what I'm saying? My thing is this. Why is it that a player go sign themselves away like that? Why are you gonna sign a contract with a ridiculous release clause like that? Why? Why would you do that to yourself? You tie yourself inside that situation. You give the club full control of your destiny. That's what you did. That's what you did. You gave the club control over what happened to you. You know what I'm saying? You are the one that put yourself in that prison. Blah said, Brian, Julie is like in prison, I swear. He's the one that put himself in that prison. He went inside there, he locked the gate, and he gave them the key. He went inside there, locked the gate, and gave them the key. Because when you sign a contract like that, that is madness. Madness. You know how cheap Manchester City get Alan for? Because his release clause wasn't that high. Those are smart moves. You know you're going to want to move around. You're going to want to leave at some point. If you're playing, worse if you're playing fantastic. I personally don't believe that Barcelona is no dream club that he wants to play. No, it's a dream for him. No, because he wants to play in La Liga at either Real Madrid or Barcelona, where he can actually win the league. That's the dream. The dream is to actually win the league. Atletico Madrid cannot give him that. And because Atletico Madrid cannot give him that, he has to move to one of the clubs that can give it to him, which is Real Madrid or Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole situation. He has to move to one of them. Barcelona is the one that was interested in him or has been interested in him. So he said, okay, guess what? I'm going to push this move. It's a dream of mine to play for Barcelona. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. Blah said, yes, like why the F he signed that contract? What he was thinking when he did it. When he moved to Atletico Madrid, that was his dream. You know what I'm saying? He was at his dream club. Until he realized that his dream club cannot win him the title. You know what I'm saying? He realized that his dream club cannot win him the title. So, you know, his dream changed. That dream become a nightmare and him change and just move on and want to do something new. You understand me? So that's the situation with this Julian Alvarez, you know what I mean? He's tied himself down to a long-term contract You know what I mean? And a death sentence of a release clause. You know what I'm saying? Is it that they go and pay the fine? It's two things. There's one way out of this situation. Is it that Barcelona going to play the go? Is it that Barcelona going to pay the fine? Or Julian Alvarez going to do the time? You know what I'm saying? Right now he's doing the time. Pay the fine or he do the time. You get me? Yeah, the time is being served right now because that contract is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You're a person. Look, it's the same thing with I think Olise. Olise has a ridiculous release clause. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous release clause. The inflated market of football is crazy. Why is it that these players are just getting more expensive and expensive and expensive as it goes on? What about some simple release clause, man? Players have to move around, you know. Players have to move around. What about some simple release clause? You get me? Two of the most talented footballer in football right now, Julian Alvarez and Olise. Right? The two Spanish giants want them. You get what I'm saying? The two Spanish giants want them. Blah said no, but Julie also want Barson. Didn't you see his video when he was young and his Twitter? He always supported Barca, but he was waiting for them, I guess. Well, they actually arrived now. You know what I mean? They actually arrived now. So let's see. Let's see. At the end of the day, as I said, it all goes back to the contract that you signed. If you wanted Barcelona, you move to a direct rival. If you move to a direct rival, why sign a contract like that with that release clause? Knowing that you gotta know, your agent gotta know that it would have caused some problems for you to get out of there. Person has to know that. It would have caused some problem for you to get out of there. To a direct rival. You know what I mean? So I just think that going forward, these players and these agents need to think about what they're doing. Um, Because when you sign yourself down to the club, when you give every single control of yourself to the club, it's very, very difficult for you to get yourself away from the situation that you put yourself in. Very, very difficult. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Let's see. What else can we talk about? It's just okay, the Morgan Rogers situation. Morgan Rogers Blah said, yeah, he's dumb too. So Morgan Rogers, Arsenal are said to be intensifying the pursuit of Morgan Rogers. Being that England is, well, actually they still have the third place playoff to play. Third place playoff. Imagine that. I can't remember ever seeing a third place player playing a World Cup. This is probably the first time it has been done, right? I'm trying to remember. You know, I'm trying to remember. But a third place player, what a waste of damn time. You know what I mean? And guess what? I'm going to waste my time right here and sit here and do the watch along. Waste of time, you know. Waste of time. But I'm going to waste the time, sit right here and do the watch along. It's football. We're content creators. What can I say? What can I say? So, yeah, Morgan Rogers, Arsenal number one left wing priority as far as all source of social media is concerned is Morgan Rogers. You know what I mean? Why? I don't know. Because I don't see Morgan Rogers as really that left side situation that they're talking about. Because Morgan Rogers is and Eze is typically similar kind of player. So if Morgan Rogers can play over on the left, so can Eze. Why not use him? Why not use him? You know what I mean? Why not just go for a killer left side player like a genuine wide left player like a Barcola? It's the same, the money is the same range. Yes, I'm saying it's the same range. Or is it impossible for you to go for a Barcola unless you sell a Gabby? You know what I mean? But Gabby can move around. We see in the Brazil team that Gabby is versatile. You get me? Gabby is a very versatile player. So Gabby can move around and play some different positions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he can move around and play some different positions. So you'll see that. So I don't know. Morgan Rogers is a fantastic player, though. That there's no doubt about that. He's a powerful, direct, fantastic player with some killer finish. You get me? Morgan Rogers has some killer finish. You understand? He'll punish you if you get the chance to do it. So I'm not saying that it's not a good signing, because it is a good signing, right? It is a good signing, and yeah. Blast said, why no one is joining night live stream like before? Because I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm building it back now. And that's one. Two, I'm also building it back different because I'm building it in a horizontal way instead of a vertical. So it's going to take a little bit of time. So we have to just be patient again, all over again, right? It's being built in a horizontal way now because that's the direction that I need to go in. All right, so just a little patient. It will build. It will get back to where it used to. Right, just a little bit more. Just have to be patient with it. Yeah. So here we are with the signing of Christopher Zollis. Christopher Zollis, the Club Brugge player, right? Fantastic player over there in the Belgian Pro League, right? Now we're bringing him into the Premier League. He has played in the Premier League before, to be honest. Yeah, he has played in the Premier League before at Norwich, I think. At Norwich. I think he even played against Arsenal before. You know what I'm saying? Before he made that move to Belgium. He has been fantastic in Belgium. His numbers has been ridiculous. His numbers have been ridiculous. Brian said it had happened every time there's a World Cup. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, man. Totally waste of time. I don't see why we need to really bother with that situation. Why is that happening, Riley? What's the problem? Why is what, blah? Sorry. Why is what happening? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know the situation with it's just, and I'm not seeing England playing any of their top players in that third place playoff, and that's the reason why I know it's a waste of time. Yes, I'm saying they're not really going to play for. It's just the players that haven't got any, you know what I mean, any playing time and so forth. It's like that. The screen. So with the screen like this is how you get paid when you're monetized, really. You know what I'm saying? The short version doesn't really pay you when you're monetized. You understand me? And this version is better for building the channel as well. If you notice, everybody does it this way. It's just I was doing it the short way because I like the crowd can come on fast and stuff like that. But I have to get with the program of what's really going on and just, you know what I mean. I know it's going to probably be a little bit slow in the beginning, but it has to be done. So we have to start doing it like this going forward. There are going to be times when I do it the other way that y'all like, which World Cup watch along final. I'm going to probably be doing it the way, probably, I'm not sure, probably doing it the way we all like. Yeah, I might just do it that way. World Cup watch along. So yeah, it's just it is what it is. We have to grow. You know what I'm saying, blah? We have to grow. At some point, we have to grow. And that's what we're doing now. We're growing and we have to show growth. You get me? It's going to come back, man. It's going to come back. No need to worry about it. It's going to come back. We're going to get back all those lovely numbers that we used to get with the chat just going crazy. And I can't keep up. And we're having that good banterism and all of that. The Chelsea fans, the Tottenham fans, all of them. You know what I mean? It's going to grow. It's going to grow. It will be back to its best. You know what I mean? Just give it time. Trust me. No worries. No worries. Yeah, but yeah, that third place playoff is typically a waste of time. These players need to go back to their on holiday so they can get to go back to their club. Some preseason start already, you know. Some preseason start already. You know what I mean? Preseason has already been going on, and World Cup ain't finished yet. That's how crazy this is. World Cup is not done yet, and preseason is already on its way. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that is mad. That is mad. So a lot of these players going to miss preseason. Several of our players, Arsenal, going to miss preseason. Brian, what team you support, Brian? What team you support? I never asked you what team you support. What team you support? Your channel will keep growing, Riley. Don't worry, I support you always. Thank you, bro. I know you will, man. I know you will. I appreciate it, though. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get back to where we were, man. It's gonna trust me. It's gonna be. All I need is just to push this consistently, and you'll see. We're gonna be right back where we were, with everybody just coming on and just having fun. You understand? Yeah, we're gonna be right back there again. So thank you for sticking with me. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. Yeah, but preseason is here already. A lot of teams have already been doing preseason, and it is what it is. World Cup ain't finished yet. Sunday is the last day. I feel like I've watched a lot of football when I was supposed to be on a break. Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to be on a break, just doing transfers and stuff like that. But I'm doing watch alongs and all of these stuff. And I mean, it's like football is just constant, constant, constant. Now, even me, I need my brain to reset for the league. You get me? I need a break before the league actually kicks in, and it just started going crazy. You know what I mean? I need that break so we can relax ourselves and just be at ease. You know what I'm saying? Daniel in the building. Daniel. Daniel is up. How you doing, Rashad? How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. We're just here talking about some World Cup situation. We're talking about the Zalis situation. Arsenal finally signed a player, bro. Finally signed a player. This is my 42nd year of supporting Chelsea. You're a Chelsea fan. Big up yourself. What do you think about the appointment of Alonso? Is he a good appointment? But then, what's going on with your Chelsea team, Brian? Chelsea is selling out everybody. You know what I mean? Your good players are going. Your good players are going. Have you subscribed to the channel yet, Brian? Let me know if you subscribe to the channel yet. You know what I mean? Do the damn thing, man. Do the thing. People, if y'all just join the stream, Rashad, y'all just join the stream. Leave a like, man. Leave a like. Put a like on the channel. Yeah, put a like on the channel. Let's turn this like up. You know what I mean? Let's turn this like up. You know, how I started out this channel was I like to talk with my community, and I always done that. You know what I mean? I always done that. Me and the community always having a good conversation. You get me? Yeah, that's how we build. That's how I know every single person in my community. Because this is the way this channel was built. Alright? Alright, people, remember to hit that like button. Put a like on the channel. Let's see the like goes up. Put a like on the channel, and let's do the thing. Subscribe to the channel if you're new over here with us. You know what I mean? Thank you guys for being a part of what's going on. Thank you for building and growing with us, you know? Yeah. Rashad says Zalis looks like a good player. Well, we're hoping that he's a good player, man. We're looking to make sure that we have a proper replacement for Trossard. You know what I mean? Trossard is a clutch player. Now remember this. Trossard is a very, very good player. Oh, you're the person that sub last night. I saw that sub, you know. Yeah, I saw that sub. Thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of what we are doing. You know what I mean? As I tell people all the while, I'm building a community. So don't be intimidated because I'm an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? Football is done with 20 teams, not just Arsenal. So we want everybody over here with different opinions and different, you know what I mean, insights and all of that. You get me? Because I want to know that when I'm going to play Chelsea, I want to know that you're in the chat. You know what I mean? Letting me know that your team gonna cut my team hip, and I'm telling you, no, not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So those are the situation I'm talking about. We want us to have that rivalry going on when the games are up. That what makes this chat fun. You get me? Yeah. Blah is a Barcelona girl. You know what I mean? By the way, she's a girl, yeah. Yeah. Alonso is a good appointment, but if he gets back, well, I think they're backing him because first and foremost, he's a Chelsea manager. Normally, Chelsea have coach. So I think that's the first thing. You know what I mean? That's the first thing. He's a Chelsea manager. Normally Chelsea don't have managers. Normally Chelsea have coach. So for Chelsea to back Alonso as the manager, that's a step in the right direction. You know, I don't like the fact that Chelsea is having a little bit of sense right now. You know what I mean? I like when Chelsea have no brain. I like when Bluco are the ones that are running the team because they normally do shit. You get me? Appointing Alonso is not a Chelsea type of appointment because that's a smart appointment. You know what I mean? That's a very, very smart, cunning appointment because what Alonso is going to do is he going to bring structure and he going to organize Chelsea and he going to make them dangerous. You get me? I like when Chelsea was ridiculous. Right? When you see Chelsea going after a player like Zaka, y'all know that Chelsea is thinking smart. You get what I'm saying? Chelsea is thinking smart, and I don't like that. Because a smart Chelsea, with all of the money that they have, is a dangerous Chelsea. You get what I'm saying? A smart Chelsea with the oil money is a dangerous Chelsea. And I don't want that. You know what I mean? So Alonso is a very, very good appointment. There is the manager at Chelsea. So that's the first step in the right direction for them to do it. You know what I mean? First step. You must be very happy about the final as a Barca fan. That's Daniel talking to Blah. Yeah. Uh, Blah said, I think Alonso at Chelsea will be a good signing. And Madrid will see that Alonso was never the problem. Their ego is. I think they know that though. To be honest with you, I do think they know that. But the thing about it is this: they love those El Glacico. What do they call them? El Glac, whatever that's up there. They love those kind of players. They love them ego type of player, right? And they'll choose their player over manager any day because they want to keep them players. Remember now, these are the players that make Real Madrid who they are. Real Madrid are always that kind of team that will have them player there. You know what I mean? So they can call themselves what they call themselves. Them strive and having the players them with the biggest ego and stuff like that. This is Real Madrid, right? And I think that's the reason why they went back for Jose Mourinho because they need a manager that can manage them type of ego. Yeah. They need a manager that can handle this type of egos. And that's the situation. That's why I think Jose Mourinho is back in the picture. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I think that. So I don't know. Brian said, don't trust this sporting director, but actions speak louder than words. Let's see if they're going to hack. Let's see if they're going to hack because you guys are selling some players that I'm looking at. I'm like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Your players want to leave. Enzo want to leave. You know what I mean? Why everybody jumping ship? Why is everybody jumping ship? The ship is like they're rocking the boat, bro. And players just a fall out left, right, and center. You know what I mean? They're rocking the boat. Is it a situation where Alonso is cleaning out to get what he wants? I don't know. I don't know. And one of the next situation is this. Being that they're cleaning out, does Blue Coal have enough patience to give Alonso enough time? Because everybody keep on pointing at Arteta at Arsenal. Arsenal is a different club, bro. Arsenal is a different club. Because when Arsenal supporters was crying for Arteta head, the management, the club directors and all of them, they stuck with him until we're the Premier League champions. You know what I mean? We are the Premier League champions today. So yeah, that is the whole situation of that. You know what I mean? So let's see. Blah said, if Spain win it, I'll also be happy. Imagine Yamal. I ain't gonna lie, I'm back in Spain to win it, man. I want a different World Cup champion. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I want a different World Cup champion. I show speed. Okay. 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 People, remember to like the channel, alright? Remember to hit that like button. Remember to hit that like button, right? And despite the final gonna be fire though, because the way Barcelona, I say Barcelona, because it seems like it's two Barcelona team or two Real Madrid, or Barcelona and Real Madrid playing a final. I don't know. But the way Argentina play against England for that last 30 minutes, if they replicate that for the entire 90 minutes of the final, and the way Spain played against France, if those two teams bring their A games to play that final, bro, I promise you, the place gonna burn down. You see that fire behind me? I saw the field gonna look when them done mash up if they bring them kind of football because they were doing. Trust me, I'm looking forward to the final on Sunday. I am looking forward to the final on Sunday. Uh, Remembering when Alonso said, I didn't know I'll be coaching kids when he left Madrid. It's not even their fault, man. It's not even their fault. When you give these players so much power, what do you think they're gonna do? Okay, when you give kids power, what do you think gonna happen? They ain't gonna do their chores. They ain't gonna do nothing that they're supposed to do. They're gonna do everything that they're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? That's what happens when they give kids power. So yeah, they're like a bunch of grown kids over there. You know what I mean? They cry. Every minute they want their pacifier. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happening over there. I keep on telling people I don't think Real Madrid winning. I keep on saying that, but who knows? But the Champions League trophy gonna elude Real Madrid for a little bit until they finally get a team together. Because they don't have a team, they just have a bunch of brilliant individual players. You know what I mean? That's what they have. Until they have a team, they're not going to really win anything, really. You know what I mean? Um, Jose Mourinho is back, and he's probably going to bring structure back to the team. So you might see a difference, but who knows? The football is not going to be the same. So they still might not win anything. So let's see. Uh, Ronaldo fans get no other option. I think they'll support the stadium. They'll support the stadium. They can support Spain. They ain't gonna support Argentina. They can support Spain. Yeah, I mean, I supported Spain because of my Arsenal player. You know, I mean, Brazil is my team. I keep on telling everybody that. So I support Brazil. Brazil is now out of the competition. So what I do, I'm supporting the teams that have been Arsenal players. Argentina don't have no Arsenal player, right? Spain have three. So my support is going to Spain because I want Arsenal to win. Okay? First and foremost, Arsenal. It's Arsenal first, second, and third. And then Brazil. No, Arsenal first, second, third, Jamaica, then Brazil. Which is Brazil. Because Jamaica only ever been to a World Cup once. So, yeah. Mourinho is outdated. Dinosaur manager. Jose Mourinho need to hear you. Jose Mourinho need to hear you call him a dinosaur. You think he's washed up? You don't think he can do it? Well, let's see. Let's see. Did you see what he did with Benfica? Come on, bro. Did you see what Jose Mourinho did with Benfica? Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, not the guy's biggest fan, to be honest with you, because he called my manager a specialist at failure, and because of that, I don't rate him. You know what I mean? He called my manager a specialist at failure. That's what Jose Mourinho called my manager. Arsene Wenger, right? And ever since he did that, We were never cool, but we just really ain't never gonna be cool now. You get me? Yeah. You can't disrespect my manager like that. You right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but he did fantastic with Benfica. That's what landed back this Real Madrid job. You know what I mean? He did fantastic with Benfica. You get me? So, this old dog might still have a few tricks up his sleeve. You know what I'm saying? He might still have a few tricks up his sleeve. So you may never know. You probably can't out. You probably can't push him to the side yet. You know what I mean? You probably got to just sit back and watch and see what he have in store. You get me? Yeah. Rashad said, I think he is too stubborn to adapt to the modern game. Well, he's a defensive manager, man, and that's how he win his title. You have to understand, first and foremost, they want to win. Tuchel is also a defensive manager. And that's why Tuchel went defensive when he took the lead. You know what I mean? Because he's a defensive manager as well. So when he took the lead against Argentina, he went defensive. He went back to what he know. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. It didn't work out. So let me see. Blah said they should support Argentina. Imagine Vinicius Jr. saying that, saying to Yamal, I have 2 Champions League, and Yamal will tell him I have World Cup. Well, yeah, so what? So what? You know what I mean? So what? You mean let Yamal win the World Cup. You know what I mean? Let him win the World Cup. That does mean that Spain team is better than Barcelona. Right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Vinny Jr. probably on the move. Who knows? Who knows? What I'm saying, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of shifting around going on. So let's see how all this work out. Lots of shifting around going on. I do want Spain to win though. As I said to you, my team, my players are on Spain team. So yeah. Poor Madrid fans. Well, Madrid fans are not going to look at it the way you're looking at it, because every single time you try to tell Madrid something, they're always going to push their 15 Champions League trophy in your face. You know what I mean? Every single time. Look at me as an Arsenal fan. Madrid is pushing their 15 Champions League trophy in my face because we haven't won a single Champions League trophy. Even though Real Madrid have never beaten Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? They've never beaten Arsenal. Arsenal with them every single time. They've never beat you yet. But that don't matter to them. They have 15 trophy. Champions League. And then every time you say, hey, they just push that up in your face. You know what I mean? They just keep on pushing that Champions League up in your face. So it is what it is. But Brazil have 5 World Cup. Vinny can just say that. Exactly. But guess what? Vinny, I don't think Vinny himself don't have one. Brazil have. This time, Yamal gonna have one. That's the difference. Get me? That's the difference. All managers are stubborn. Trust me, bro, I know that. Look at Arteta. That's a mule right there. You know what I mean? That's a mule right there. He's stubborn and stuck in his ways. And he just started managing. That's the thing, you know. He just started managing and he's stubborn and stuck in him one way already. So can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? Blaster Riley so hard. I swear I want Messi to have 2 World Cup, but I want Barca loan current players to win it too. I think Messi has done his time. You know what I mean? And I need to see a new generation, man. I need to see. I can't be stuck in the past with these dinosaurs. You know what I mean? I can't be stuck in the past with them. I need to see some new play. I need to see some new ideas. I need to see some new football. You know what I'm saying? If Messi win another World Cup, he might be back for 2030. Because he might still think he can do it. I don't need to see them back, man. They all need to retire and let the new breed come through. You know what I mean? Yeah. Arteta change his tactics every season. He's not as stubborn as we think. You hear what he said? He changes tactics every season. Sometimes his tactics need to change every game. Sometimes you need to change it going into a game. But when the season is done, like now, what is he doing? I think Arteta is a premeditated planner because I think he deliberately built up the back line. Because remember when Arteta just started out, he was an attacking team. Saka, Martinelli, they were fire, bro. Y'all remember that? Fire. And we had Smith Rowe. You know what I mean? They were fire, bro, when he just started out. But he keep on coming second. He keep on coming second. So he changed up the team. And he went defensive. And he got a defensive stability team behind him. You know what I mean? And it worked out. So what I think he's doing now, I think he's adding the firepower to the defensive side of the team right now. You understand what I'm saying? I think he's adding the firepower to the team right now. That's the reason why you want a Julian Alvarez. If Arteta get a Julian Alvarez, you know you're probably going to get no more than 2 or 3 seasons from him. Because he's going to want to go to Barcelona. Still. Right? He's still going to want to go to Barcelona. So we might not get about 2 or 3 seasons from him. And that would be fine. Sell him to Barcelona for 120 million. We call it a day. Who knows? You know what I mean? But if you notice the players that we're linked to football players, players that can control the ball. I think the reason why he's not too attracted to a Barcola is because he want ball handlers. You know what I mean? I think he want ball handlers. If you look at the whole situation with PSG in the final, PSG kept the ball. Arsenal had barely any percent of the ball in a Champions League final. And I think Arteta is making sure that he fixed that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think he's making sure that he fixed that. So he has the defense. He has a proper defense, the defense that can take on any team. Now we need a striking. We need a forward line that can do the same. We need to match the forward line with the defense. And I think that's where he's moving to right now. So if you look at the likes of Zolis, Christopher Zolis is a ball player. You know what I mean? He's like a Trossard. He's a ball handler. He's a maverick kind of player. Get me? That's what he is in the Belgium league at least. Hopefully he can come over and show us that over here. So let's see if he can do that. Right? But he's that kind of player that we're looking for. The Rodgers is a ball handler. He can hold that ball, he can dribble with that ball, he can find space, he can, you know what I mean? Those are Julian Alvarez is the same. Julian Alvarez is not your out and out number 9, you know. Julian Alvarez is a roaming 9, more like a false 9 kind of situation. You know what I mean? He comes deep and stuff like that. So that's the reason why I think Arteta is making these signings that he's making. We already have Victor Gyökeres, and that's the reason why he's not entertaining any swap deal with Victor Gyökeres, because that's the only out and out striker that we're gonna have. Only out and out striker that we're gonna have. So I think that's the situation with that right there. Arteta is looking for intelligence. Yes, Arteta wants the ball. He wants to keep the ball. Right? With the defense that we have right now, that's the reason why he's not entertaining the sales of any defense at all. Just realize when Real Madrid say, okay, guess what? What's going on over there with California? You know what I mean? Arteta tell him, yo, get away. You know what I mean? It's not for sale. You get me? Nobody in our backline is for sale. That's the whole situation. None of our starting players in our backline is for sale. And that's what's going on. They're not for sale, they're just not for sale. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, we have a few problems now because now Saliba is out injured. You know what I mean? Saliba mash up him back. And the reports are that Saliba is going to be out for freaking 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 5 months. 4 to 5 months. That's a lot of time out. You know what? You know what? He not come back until probably about when? January? August, September, October, November, December. What? January, December? Somewhere there? That's a lot of time. You know what I mean? That's a lot of time. So who knows? Who knows? We might have to dip in the market and get somebody, but it has to be done soon. We have to figure it out and get it together. We have to figure it out and get it together. Yeah. Um, What else? What else can we talk about? Saliba won't play this season. Saliba will play this season. He ain't gonna. He probably just ain't gonna play until about January. Saliba gonna be like a winter signing when he come back. You know what I mean? Yeah, he gonna be like a winter signing. He gonna be like he comes in the January transfer window, and then he gonna be rusty. You gotta get up to speed. All of these stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he gonna be a little bit rough. Gabriel gonna have to find a new partner to blend with and gel with. You know what I mean? Mosquera gonna have to be he gonna have to grow up. You know what I mean? Mosquera gonna have to grow up soon. Sooner than he thought you know what I mean? He probably thought he had more time to learn. But guess what? You're gonna have to go out there and work, son. You know what I mean? The family needs you. The family needs you, so you're gonna have to go out there and work. So it is what it is. Mosquera is there and he's still a fantastic player. Mosquera is a fantastic player. I mean, like, I know he was the one that gave away the penalty in the world in the Champions League final, but nevertheless, he is a fantastic player, and he's only going to get better. Remember, he's young. Last season was his first season, and he did well. He did well. So looking forward to seeing what Mosquera um, can do and how much short he can get. So yeah. Blah said, guys, when Barcelona signed Gordon for 80 mil, I said he didn't deserve that much money. But when I saw his level in the World Cup, I changed my mind. Yeah, he grew in the World Cup. He started out the World Cup not so good, but he grew in the World Cup. You know what I mean? And he has finished as one of England's best players, to be honest with you. Back issues are hard to manage, Riley. Even if he does do the surgery and spend 5 months out, the club will still have to manage back carefully, or it could match up his career. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We do have players that we can put there. You know what I mean? And as I said, remember the back surgery, the healing is not going to take 5 months. The healing probably take 2 or 3 months, and then you have to go through rehab and all that situation. So they know what they're going to do. They're going to give him the necessary treatment that they need to make sure that when he comes back, he is fully ready. So trust me, it will be fine. It will be fine. The Rolls Royce will be back on the road in no time. In no time, the Rolls Royce will be back on the road and driving smooth and easy. Yes. Blooming say, how are you? Big up yourself, Blooming. Big up yourself. How you doing, man? How you doing? Put a like on the channel as soon as I drop in the channel, Blooming. You know what I mean? Just put a like on the channel same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we just jump straight into the conversation. You know what I mean? Big up your damn self. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for joining the stream. Blooming, I forget. Did you tell me what club you support? What's your club again? Because I try to make sure that I know everybody in the comments to come, because the games are coming up, so we need to know, you know what I mean? Yeah. Remind me what club you support again, Blooming, while you put that like on the channel. I don't want concert, please, no. I didn't see your video on Steven Kiki Rounds. No, I haven't gotten to it yet, man. I haven't gotten to it yet. I still have to work, You know what I mean? So I work, and sometimes work have a toll on me. If you notice, I didn't even do a stream today. I have to do the stream now in the night. You know what I mean? But I went and I looked at it today, but I just didn't get a chance to dig him up. But I'm going to look at it. I have to look at it because I need to know why you're so interested in him. I need to know what is it about him that caught you so, you know what I mean? So like that. So I'm going to look at him and don't worry. I didn't say I'm going to do a video on him though, but I'm going to look at him. So the next time you come online and you ask me about him, I can tell you. But I will look at it. Barcelona and in the Prem, I have sympathy for Arsenal. You have sympathy for? Why you have sympathy for Arsenal? Why does Arsenal need to be sympathized? Let me know. So you support more than one team? Okay. Sympathy, LOL. Maybe you mean affection. Arsenal are champions. Ah, no. Why you have sympathy for Arsenal? I like the player he used to be in my fantasy team, always in the Yoga Champions fantasy. I watch him. Uh, the kid is special. He rejected Manchester and City and Chelsea when he was 13, and I think he got certified for from Messi Academy. Okay, okay. We have a lot of special kids in our ranks right now. You know what I mean. Remember, we have the likes of Dalman. We have the twins that we got from Ecuador. We have some pretty special players. To be honest with you, we do have some pretty special players. So we joke when it comes to young talent. You know what I mean? We have so much young talent that they can't burst through the squad right now. They're leaving for rivals. You know what I mean? Newcastle just signed one. I think Manchester City had one. Um, Manchester United took two from us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of talents out there. We have a lot of talents, to be honest with you. Okay, so Blah has empathy for Arsenal. Okay, but Blooming have sympathy for Arsenal. Uh, okay, but Blah, stick to your own team. Okay, yeah, you need to. Why y'all having more than one teams? Huh? Daniel Riley, I must honestly, I'm excited to see what Jurgen Klopp does with Germany. Me too. To be honest with you, Daniel, me too. Me too, Rashad. Me too. Guess what? He run away from the club, can't manage it. You know what I mean? But I think he's gonna do fantastically well with German. I think he's gonna do well with German. I wonder if Pep Guardiola going to take over the Spain team, or he's not done with football yet. These managers look like they're moving towards the national teams. Zidane is now the national coach for France. You know what I mean? Zidane is now the French team national coach. So 2030 is going to be something special. I wonder if Jamaica can hire Arsene Wenger. I wonder if Jamaica can hire Arsene Wenger, man. You think so? Gotta be something. My cousin used to support Arsenal, but sadly he passed away. And Arsenal and Barcelona have a lot of players with each other swapping. And Arteta used to play for Barca too, so could see him win. Okay. Yeah. Arsenal and Barcelona are normally, you know what I mean? Because if you want to ask me what team I like in Spain, it's going to be Barcelona. You know what I mean? It's going to be Barcelona. I don't support them, but if you're going to ask me what team I like in Spain, I'm going to say Barcelona. You get me? Yeah, so I get where you're coming from. Uh, you said I'm weird, but I don't see. I love both Arsenal and Manchester City. I don't support any of them, yeah? I don't see because my team is Barcelona. You love Arsenal and Manchester City. So you love Manchester City because of Pep. So you still love Manchester City now? Because Pep is gone. Pep is gone. So let me know if you still think that Manchester City is cool. Messi and Fabregas also both joined Arsenal. Messi did not join Arsenal. You sure you want to say Messi? That's a Messi comment. That's a Messi comment, my boy. Yeah, Messi did not join Arsenal, man. But for me, it's just a one team thing for me though. You know what I mean? Just a one team thing for me. I have no room to like any other team. Trust me. I like City and a little more. I like City a little more, yeah, really, because of Pep. But now he's gone, I don't know if I still like them. But there are players that I love, like Holland. Yeah, Pep is the reason why City has so much fans. So I wonder how much fans they're gonna have now, being that Pep decided to leave. You know what I mean? I wonder. Just wonder. He almost did. They could not get a work permit. Look it up. But he didn't join though. He didn't join. I'm just saying. He did not join. I know that Arsene Wenger almost got it. Just like, you know what I mean, a lot of different players. They almost got Ronaldo too. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But he didn't join. I know, but he didn't join. I'm just saying he did not join Arsenal. I'm not saying that he didn't want to or didn't almost. I'm just saying he did not join them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he did not join them. Messi nearly joined Chelsea in 2013. That's the first I heard that one. To be honest with you, Brian, that's the first I've heard that one. I'm not saying that you are incorrect. I'm just saying that's the first I've heard that one. I know. Arsenal wanted him, Daniel. I know that, but I'm just saying he did not join them for whatever reason. It was he did not join. You understand what I'm saying? Top players wanted to play for Wenger. Imagine if he got those players. Zlatan, Messi. Yeah, I know Zlatan was in the office. Zlatan was there. You know what I mean? Zlatan was there. CR7. You know what I mean? I think Manchester United provided a better path for him and he took it. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So, yeah, imagine if we get all the players that we wanted. We would have been the 15 Champions League trophy holders instead of Real Madrid, right? But guess what? Our Champions League trophy holding is going to start now. You know what I mean? Because this team that Arteta is building, I promise you guys, it's building for the Champions League. Because he wants it. He wants it. Believe me. The only club Messi nearly joined was Inter in 2006 and City in 2018. The Chelsea one was just media and PR stuff. Arsenal, they almost joined Arsenal for sure. That's no joke. That's no joke. Chelsea never had the money to do them shit, man. Not yet. I don't think they had the oil money yet. No, I don't think they had the oil money yet. But yeah. Well, the bottom line is he never joined none of them and he stayed at Barcelona and he became a legend. You know what I mean? Messi only played for what? Two clubs in his life, right? Barcelona, no, three. Barcelona, PSG, and Inter Miami. You know what I mean? Yeah. Um, Need a Vini to win the Champions League. I'll be honest. I think we can win it without a Vini, man. We can win it. Whatever we have, we have. You know what I mean? The Chelsea one is fake, 100%. Yeah. Talia is better than who? Than who? Guys, remember to hit that like button, alright? Remember to put a like on the channel. Like up the stream, people. Like up the stream. Like up the stream. So we are trying to come on this same time every night, you know what I mean, to talk some talks, you know what I mean, communicate with the chat like we're doing now, and you know what I mean, see whatever news pop up. Tomorrow we'll see whatever news we have to deal with. You know, tomorrow might wake up and hear that Arsenal is about to complete the signing of Bruno. Who knows? Who knows? Because we need a signing like Bruno. We need a signing like Bruno. So we might get up tomorrow and hear that we're about to complete the signing of Bruno, or we might get some better update on what's going on with Julian Alvarez. You know what I mean? But I think Julian Alvarez saga is going to run on for almost the entire summer just because. You know what I mean? Just because. I think it's going to go on for a long time. So let's see. Let's see what the situation is with Julian. And we can have that understanding going forward if Arsenal have a chance, a realistic chance or not. At the present moment, Arsenal is not really in for Julian. It's just that we are on the outside looking in and assessing the situation, right? If something can be done, if Atletico Madrid and Barcelona is not going to find a common ground, then Arsenal is there to make a proposal. But if not, then if they find a common ground, then Arsenal will just easily walk away because Arsenal have made no club contact. They have made no player contact. But I think they've made player contact through intermediate just like they normally do. That's that third party. I think they've made some contact because there's no way, shape, or form you want to tell me that Julian Alvarez won Barcelona only, but Arsenal is still lurking around. There's gotta be something that said, hey, guess what? If I don't get to go to Barcelona because Atletico Madrid won't sell me to Barcelona, I'll come to you. There's gotta be something like that going on. You know what I mean? So stick around, and if I don't get to go to Barcelona, I'll come to you. But I'm not staying at Atletico Madrid. I think that's what went down. You know what I mean? Yeah, so let's see. He will also set to come, but because Messi left his dad out of the negotiation, his dad ripped up the contract before it got signed and Rowan Yacht. uh, the club believe we can get him. Yeah, we can get him. We can get him if, and that's a big if Barcelona don't pay the required amount for him. If Barcelona don't stump up some money, that gonna make sense for Atletico to say, okay, guess what? Have him. If they don't do that, then we can get him. But if Barcelona pay the money, we're screwed because Barcelona is where you want to go. I think you want to stay. You want to stay in Spain. Most of these Argentina player wants to stay in Spain, and that's the whole situation with that. You know what I mean? That's the whole situation with that. Uh, Bro, Messi said yesterday that his team is going to be a great match, the World Cup final, because you know the players and you watch them when they play for Barca, the club that I adore, he said. Arsenal should sign Harry. No. Fantastic player, but no. No, 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 no. No. No, man. No, 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 no. I think that's a player that Barcelona gonna sign if they don't get Julian Alvarez. Yeah, I think Hurricane is a player that's gonna be signed from Barcelona if they don't get Alvarez. So yeah, you all might have Hurricane over there as your new striker. Who knows? Who knows? Good night, Blob. Big up yourself. Thank you for passing through. We're about to call it quits for real. We're about to call it quits for real. It's after 12, way after 12, and I have to get up in the next couple of hours to work. Yeah, I have to get up in the next couple of hours to work. Guys, this is gonna be our regular timing, okay? So make sure you guys look out for me, and so we can do the damn thing over here and be a part of what's going on in the football world and the discussion, alright? So yeah, thank you guys so much for being a part of what is going on here, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I mean? Appreciate each and every one of you for doing the damn thing. You know what I mean? Appreciate each and every one of you for doing it. So this is right as well. It's half one here. See that? It's late. It's late. It's half 12 here. It's half 12 here. But I like this time of night. This time of night I normally ham up doing this sort of stuff. So I do like it. I do like it. So I'm gonna do it more often. I'm gonna get it back. Because this time of night, this used to be my most fun live in this hour. Don't forget that kid. I won't forget that kid. I'll look him up. I'll look him up. This used to be my most fun time in the night at this hours. This would have normally been blooming. That's what Blah was saying. You know what I mean? But it will get back. It will get back. Plus, I changed the screen size to horizontal instead of vertical, so that slows it down a little bit. So it has to gain more momentum. But we will get there, guys. We will get there. Thank you guys again for being here. Appreciate the love, appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Thank you, Bloomint. Thank you. Thanks to the person that joined the channel recently. Appreciate you guys a lot, man. Rashad, big up your damn self, man. Big up your damn self. Big up everybody. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. And we will see you guys on the next one, right? Yeah, man, we'll see you on the next one. So, big up on the damn self.